evening, everybody. This is your boy Saxman. This is another episode of the Saxman Russaw Show. Tonight, just talk about anything. Act the fool. Talk about what's on your mind, the issues of the world. The lines will be open. You can call in and say whatever you want to say. This is your boy Saxman. Another episode of Saxman Russaw Show. Stay tuned. Alright, this is breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. Alright, R&B singer R. Kelly was attacked in federal detention. Wesley Snipes recommend watching Coming to America 2 wearing diapers. He said because it's going to be so funny. You know how it is. You laugh and you piss yourself. Chris Pine, which is the actor, the star of Star Trek, the newer version of Star Trek. He hopes to make a comeback in Star Trek 4. Only one of them I felt was okay. The rest of them sucked. But anyway. Will Smith's biggest bombs supposed to hit Amazon next week, but they talking about his movies and everything. We'll get on. We'll get into that. Ralph Macchio, Ralph Macchio, you know, the guy that was in Karate Kid, the first one with Pat Morita. He has an issue with the reboot version of the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith. Will Smith's son, so he made a comment about it. We'll talk about that too. But first, let's talk about R. Kelly. It's kind of funny. The lawyer of R. Kelly said Thursday R&B singer who is awaiting trial on child pornography and other charges, was assaulted by a fellow detainee at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago. Attorney Steve Greenberg revealed in a tweet that he learned of the attack on his client Wednesday. Greenberg says he has received conflicting information on the extent of his injuries. So it's different type of he's getting different conflicting stories about his injuries, pretty much. Wesley Snipes recommend watching Coming to America in diapers. Coming to America is one of the highest anticipated movies of the year. Wesley Snipes is promising some big laughs and thinks wearing a diaper might be the best way to experience the sequel. You know, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Let me stop this. Then again. Can you imagine you sitting around, you watching a movie, and you're laughing, ooh, and you done pissed yourself or shit yourself because it's so damn funny because it's a Eddie Murphy movie, so you know you're gonna crack up. They say the second version of it, or the second the sequel, supposed to be better than the first. So I can't wait till it come out. It's the highest anticipated movie yet to come out that they anticipating. I can't wait to see it. They say it's the best one. All right, cool. We'll see. He says best to wear a diaper because he's promising some big laughs and thinks wearing a diaper might be the best way to experience the sequel. I think that's funny. Imagine sitting around with your girlfriend or sitting in a movie theater with some friends and you got a diaper on and you're sitting there and people thinking you eating popcorn, but you're really moving around. You hear the squishing around in your damn diaper because you done peed yourself because the movie is so damn funny. That's funny. Okay, Chris Pine hopes to get back to work on Star Trek 4. They know that the franchise is dying. The last two, because it's one. No, the last. Yeah, the first one. The second one was a little bit better. The third one sucked. It sucked bad. It sucked ass. So that kind of ruined the I won't say ruined the franchise, but it made it look kind of. I mean, nobody really wanted to go see it. The fires in the box office, it did poorly in the box office. Out of all the other, for all three movies, three made the worst. It was the worst. It sucked. I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. So I'm not looking forward to 4. I have to see the previews to know if 4 gonna be better than 3, 2, and 1. They running out of stories and they running out of things to say. All the other Star Trek shows, TV shows, have pretty much used up everything that you can imagine that would go on in space, in other planets. So now, here you got the original series with Kirk and Spock and all of them. Then you have the next generation with Worf and Data and all of them. See, they went on for a lot of years. I think 7 or 8 years, something like that. So they encountered a lot of stuff that was going on out there in the world. So, I mean, not in the world, but in space. So when you use up all the stories, there's really nothing else really talk about. They got another Star Trek out called Star Trek and Beyond. It's not doing that well because they're not coming up with new original content or stories. So it's not really doing that well. I'm a Star Trek fan. I'm a Trekkie, big time. I've been Trekkie since the 60s. And believe me, I'm disappointed in the franchise because they went down. Fucked up. One of Will Smith's biggest bombs hits Amazon Prime next week. Now, they saying Gemini Man. Now, I've seen Gemini Man. I've seen Suicide Squad. The two I did not see was Aladdin and Bad Boys for Life. Now, the reason why I didn't want to go see Bad Boys for Life because I saw the previews, I wasn't impressed. I really, 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 really wasn't impressed with Bad Boys for Life. So that's why I didn't go spend any money to go see it in the movie theaters. I haven't went to go buy it at the movies. I haven't went to go do anything because I wasn't impressed with it. What's up, Tina? How you doing, Tina? What's up, Maurice? You popped in. I got 2 coming in right now. Thank you very much. I'm going live because I was doing my other shows, just going directly to YouTube, and I was putting up a lot of information, a lot of good, important content, and YouTube kept blocking a lot of my videos. They wouldn't let me upload my videos because my videos was wakening people up. They were information that was blowing out the other media's BS. They would say something, they would put something up, and it would be whatever you want to take of it, whatever you want to make of it. I'll see it, I do my investigation, I'll find the truth about it, and I'll put the information up. And because my information was debunking other social media information about shootings and rioting, different things like that, I was putting up the truth. They start blocking it. They don't want the truth up. They don't want y'all to see my information that I'm putting out that's debunking the Democrats' BS, all the other BS that's going on social media, talking about the riotings and people getting shot and about cops and doing people wrong and everything. I was putting up real information. And they was blocking a lot of my videos. So I couldn't put up no more of my videos. They kept blocking it. They wouldn't let it go up. They wouldn't let it upload or nothing. So I said, okay, I'll just go back to live again. Fuck it. I just can't show you the proof. I can talk to you about it, but I can't put the video up to show you the proof because I don't have my computer system yet. Once I get my computer system set up to where I can go split screen and go live with you on this screen and then put up the evidence on the other screen and show you at the same time, and then they can do then is I'm going live with you. You got it. Now you can see it. So I'm working on getting that system. I'm getting my money together. You know, I still get up and go to work, still got bills to pay. So when I get all the equipment and stuff I need done, bam, I'm gonna have that set up. And ain't no way hell they're gonna be able to run from that because I'm gonna have the evidence and proof. Also, okay, let's get back to Will Smith. Gemini Man, I thought was pretty good. the way they did the anime, not anime, but how they made him look real, and they took his face of a young Will Smith and put it on another body. I saw you know how you have the special features on the disc, and you go to special features to see how they did it, how they make it. Well, they got this thing on Will's body, sitting up on his face with all these dots while he's doing it. So everything in the movie, you see the running around of his clone, and the body movement and the fights and everything is actually really Will doing it. That's his body, but he got this thing over his face so they can blur it out and put the young Will Smith's face on it. So it looks pretty good. It's the two of them fighting, shooting, and everything. It looks good. It looks just like him when he was young, and everything, the body wise, the works. So I give it it could have been a little more. I was expecting a little more, but it was still good. I'm not gonna give it 2 thumbs up. I'm gonna give it a 1.5 up. All right. Saxman says 1.5 up for Gemini Man. I liked it. It was okay. I could give it 2 thumbs up, but it was missing a few little details. But a 1.5 for Gemini Man. Suicide Squad. I give that a 1.5. It could have been more. It was kind of dumb. It's DC. What can you say? Marvel do a much better job than DC. All right, I love Marvel movies. Marvel movies are way, 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 way better. But you know, it's DC. They trying to keep up with Marvel. They know Marvel's about to blow them out. They know. Hold on. What is it? They trying to. Oh, okay. They trying to keep up with Marvel, and by them doing that, it looks really dumb because they don't do that well. They don't do as well as Marvel. Marvel's always going to be on top of the game. I love Marvel. I love all the characters. They might slip because I seen the future of Marvel, how they got what they got planned as far as the timeline, and they're trying to create an all-female superhero group, which I think is kind of, ain't nobody really interested in that. They want to see men. They want to see real superheroes. They're not that crazy about it, but they're trying to put together an all-female superhero group. So that might not, it might work. Some of you might feel like me. Nah, let's keep it a mixture. All right, we don't mind having females in there, but keep it a mixture. All female groups, because it don't make sense. How can a woman, 135-pound female, beat up a 220-pound man? It's not real unless she got superpowers. But to just be able to fight, she don't have the weight, the punching capacity to knock out a 215-pound man and flip him around, throw him around, and everything. Because I got martial arts friends that can say the same thing. Friends that do martial arts that know a female that's 120, 130, 135 can't do it, not in real life. So to have an all-female superhero going around beating up grown men and powerful men, it's just not real to me. But Aladdin, I saw the previews. I thought Aladdin might be good. I didn't go see it because I'm not too crazy about these new movies today. They're not coming out with really good stuff. So I'm not that crazy about that. Bad Boys were like, nah. They should have left it alone at Bad Boys 2. This one here sucked. Martin Lawrence looked like he just all right. I'll give it 1 thumbs up for effort. 1 thumbs up for Bad Boys for Life for effort. I'm not gonna give it a half. I'm gonna give it 1 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. Because it sucked. I just the previews didn't excite me. Most movies that excite me catch me in the previews. If you don't catch me in the previews, I know the whole movie gonna suck. And I knew it. I had people talk about it, and they were saying it wasn't what they expected. Well, anyway, Ralph Macchio, the original Karate Kid, he has one problem with the Jaden Smith reboot movie, The Karate Kid. And he said it's the title. Now, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. You know, if you're going to reboot it, do a little change of the title. But they kept the title Karate Kid, and they filmed it in China. And he said, there's no such thing as karate in China. So it should have been called Kung Fu Kid. That's what I get. I get that. I get that. That's a technical difficulty that the production people didn't look at and didn't think about. All right? Because there is no karate in China. It's Kung Fu. Karate is in Japan. So if they'd have went to Japan and fought, then it could have been Karate Kid. Two different, what's the word I'm looking for? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It's two different, not two different forms. It's two different, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you got karate over here, you got kung fu over here. Those are two different systems. You got Chinese system, Japanese system. Japanese system falls under a lot. You got Okinawan, Japan, Okinawan. Shit, what's the other one? Damn, I'm a martial artist. I'm supposed to know this by heart. But China has Kung Fu, Wushu. They got all those things. That's part of China. I should have called my martial art friend. He could probably tell me. He could probably explain it more. But that was the problem with far as him not liking the movie. He liked the movie, but he didn't like the title. He said he wished they could have changed it over, made it more understanding, being the two different systems, the two different countries, two different systems, whatever, folks. And I know y'all probably at home right now tripping going, what's wrong with Sax? Sax done changed. He ain't doing his really hardcore shows. He ain't going on. No, because every time I do, I get attacked. Every time I talk about the facts and deal with the facts, deal with the truth in the community, deal with the truth about what's going on out here in the world, I get attacked. And I don't get attacked by white people, I get attacked by black people. So I'm tired of fighting with black people, trying to show them proof and truth, and try to get them to accept responsibilities based on what happened. Because I was talking to a guy today, and I told him, I say, well, hell, just in August this month, it was over 496 black people killed in Chicago alone, and not by police. And I don't hear nobody complaining, nobody rioting, tearing up, looting over 496 black people. That's 496 families that's going without a loved one. 496 in 1 month. So I brought that up and I was like, well, why is it that y'all so quick to want to tear up your community if a white person do something to a black person, but you don't want to go crazy when a black person does something to another black person? You don't have the same energy or veracity when it comes to black on black. Y'all silent. So this is why I can't get on board with the BLM and the SJWs. I can't follow it because it's not genuine. It's not legit. I can't follow something that's one-sided. Only Black Lives Matter, no one else's life matter. I can't get behind that. How can I call myself a son of God or I love God and I love God's people when I'm saying fuck the rest of God's people? Only God's people that's black that's important. I can't, in good honesty, say I'm a Christian or whatever when I'm denying everyone else's life except for black people. And the same black people that's saying Black Lives Matter are the ones that's killing each other. That's so hypocritical. If you care so much about black lives, stop killing. 496. What was that? It says, man, when I was the last time you practiced martial art. Oh, what? It's been a long time, Maurice. It's been a long time since I practiced martial art. I still know it. I can still fight. I still got the knowledge of it. It's been a long time I've been in the dojo. The last tournament I was in was 1984, 85. That's my last tournament. I won. I got the trophy to show it. But, you know, it's like riding a bike. You don't forget. It'll come to you. It's like muscle memory. You know, I got to go buy the Wing Chun dummy. It's a Wing Chun dummy to help you learn how to fight close range. It's a style called Wing Chun. It's a system for fighting inside and trapping. I'm trying to get my buddy to come on so we can talk about it, so we can do demonstrations, do sticky hands, and we could do trapping. You know, using the style of Wing Chun and trapping and fighting and throwing blows and trapping hands. Because the whole idea is to fight inside. You know, you throwing like if you throw a punch, you know, my idea is blocking it, you know, or block it, you know, strike, block, strike, you know, block, you know, and grab, strike, or grab, break, you know, that's what it is. I need a Wing Chun dummy so I can practice with. You know, all I got right now is a bunch of criminals to beat up out there. I need a Wing Chun dummy. So yeah, I still got it. I got to practice. I got to train. So I need that. But back to my original story, saying I can't keep doing my shows the way I want to do my shows because I got black people fighting me and I got YouTube blocking me. So I'm losing. So the smart thing for me to do is just go back, do live, do these type of shows, get people to come in the studio. Let's talk about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about R&B singers. I'm talking about movies and shows because y'all so sensitive. Y'all sensitive SJWs can't hear the truth. Y'all start squirting out crying tears. So I'm going to wait until after the election. And then I'll go back to where it is. Because after the election, things going to go back to normal. I guarantee you. All right? The virus is going to change. Everything's going to open up. Everything on social media is going to change. The violence is going to go away. The riot and the rooting. Because this is all based on hating Trump. It's all based on stopping Trump. That's what it's for. So when it's over with, and let's just say the Democrats get in office, it all ends. Because they're going to be so happy that they won and they got you Negroes back in their back pocket again. We got the Negroes in their back pocket. Yay! They're going to be so happy. So I'm just going to back off, let it happen, and I'll just come in, slide back in a little later on. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm fighting a losing battle. I got SJW, black SJWs fighting me, and I got the media fighting me. No one ever stopped to ask, well, wait a minute. Why are they blocking Saxman's content? If it's false, it shouldn't matter what he put up. But if it's true, they don't want it up. You should ask yourself that question. Why are they blocking my information? Why are they blocking my story, my content? Because they know it's true what I'm putting up. And they don't want the truth out there. They want y'all blind. That's what they want. They want y'all blind. They want y'all stumbling in the dark. They want y'all asleep. That's what they want. They don't want y'all wide awake. They don't want y'all having any knowledge of what I know. So they blocking what I'm putting up. And it's okay. I ain't mad. YouTubers already being sued already by a few people that they did it to. So they suing them. So when they win, I win. When those people suing YouTube win, I'm going to win because it's going to set a precedent. So I'm not worried about it. I'm good. I ain't mad. It's all good. I'm disappointed in the black SJWs. I'm kind of disappointed in them for not even wanting to understand the points I'm putting up that can debunk the other stuff. Proof and facts. They don't want to hear that. They don't want that. They want bullshit. So I'm disappointed in that. That's all. So I just wanted to touch bases with that. I don't want to talk about nothing else. Anything you guys want to talk about, let me hear it. Maurice, you got anything to say? Anything going on down there in Texas? What, they done kicked your ass out of Texas? They got tired of your shit. They told you get your ass up out of Texas. When you coming back to Cleveland, chump? You ain't got nothing to say now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what I do?
You ain't do nothing, man.
What's going on, Mo?
Hey, what's up, Sax?
So what you got going on down in Texas now?
Nah, you know, not much, man. It's still hot as hell down here.
Of course it's hot as hell down there. Shit, you down there?
Like,
you down there? Your ass sitting in hell down there.
I think it only rained down here like twice, maybe.
That's it? Oh, man, it's storming like hell up here. Dude,
yeah, I see.
Man, it was storming like a mother. I'm on my way to work. It's 8:30, man. I couldn't even see in front of me. I had to slow down to 40 miles an hour on the freeway. It was that bad. It was bad. I couldn't see nothing in front of me. And I'm praying nobody broke down or stopped. You know, because I'd have ran right in the back of them. I was like, oh, shit. I pulled over for a minute. I got up on the bridge and I pulled over for a minute, man. I was like, shit, I was nervous. That's how bad it was. It went on for a while. Shit. So what else going on, man?
Yeah. No, man, not much, man. Just, man, hey, man, you shouldn't. I mean, man, you should. I just wanted to call and tell you this, man. You know, despite the views of some of the stuff that I disagree with, some of the stuff that you say, you still shouldn't stop doing that, man. Don't let other people influence. Man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. That's what you believe. That's what you believe. You know, you shouldn't let people change your views, no matter how wrong it may be or how right it may be. Just don't. You know, you should stop doing that, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Well, that's what Mama Sax told me too, and I told Mama Sax, that's good, but when you got a social media page or social media group that's blocking your content, how can you win? It's hard. It's hard. I mean, every time I try to put up some good content that explains the truth and debunks the lie, they don't let it come up. They will not let me upload it to YouTube. They block it out.
Yeah, because all right, look, man, and I'm not trying to do, you know, I ain't trying to argue or tell you wrong or nothing like that. What I'm saying, that's because I saw a lot of your videos. A lot of your videos, man, you smashing the Democrats, man. You don't show both sides, man. You smash the Democrats, man. I'm putting
up what I find that's what's wrong with Democrats. And I'm putting it up.
And I get that. And you know what? And I have no problems with that. I get what you said. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just like, I'll give you an example. It's like that video you showed with that one video that was, you know, that's been floating around with the one African American girl running up in Baltimore, running for Congress or whatever. Okay. Now, the only problem I have with her, and granted she's running for the Republican side, the only problem I have with her is, okay, she showed the problems what's going on, mm-hmm. But the thing is, what are you going to do to build that back up? See, that's one thing that she's missing. Uh-huh. I mean, it's like I've always told you. I mean, I've said this before, you know, between our two communications on social media and everything. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't have a problem whether you're a Democrat or whether you're Republican. But the thing is, you know, like with me, I mean, I might be Democrat, but just because you're Democrat, that don't mean I'm gonna vote for you because you're Democrat.
All right.
You know, if you make sense on the Republican side, then yeah, I'll vote for you. But if you make sense on the Democrat side, I'm gonna vote for you. But I'm not gonna vote because you're Democrat. You know, uh-huh. And I mean, and that's the whole thing. You know, I got no problem voting for somebody or looking at somebody's point of view. You know, if you're telling me, hey, what are you going to do on the next level? You know, like she should have been doing. Okay, so what are you going to do to help fix this up? Because this has been going on. And not only that, I'm going to tell you this, not only that is when she's interviewing people, when she interviewed people, you're only interviewing the older folks. You're not interviewing the younger generation or some of the other people who feel strongly about, you know, who has more of a better, what can I say, more of a stronger effect of what's going on around in that area.
Uh-huh. Well, I think the reason why she's not talking about what she's going to do because she hasn't gotten the nomination. I bet you once she get the nomination and she get picked to run or see that she's running and she's going to win it, then she's going to come out with a proposal of what she's going to do. Right now, she's not, because she don't want her opponent to piggyback off of what she's talking about. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't say shit until I know for a fact I'm about to get the seat. Then I'm gonna come full blast. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have a rally. Everybody who wants to vote for me coming in, I'm gonna tell you point blank what I'm gonna do for you, because I see that you about to get me in office. So you about to put me in there. This is what I'm gonna do. But if it's no, I don't know for sure, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna keep putting my ads out there and get you to see, here I am. Now what you want to do, come talk to me. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, but I need to know that you're gonna vote me in, and I'll do it. That's the whole thing, and that's probably why she ain't talking much about what she's gonna do. She just pointing out the problems. Now I can point the problems out all day long to people, but if I try to give you a solution, but you ain't trying to hear it, I'm wasting my time too. Like what I'm doing with these SJWs, these black people, that I'm trying to explain to them what's going on, and this is what they could do. They don't want to hear it because they so emotional. They hooked on emotions right now because of what's going on. Like this shooting that happened with the guy got shot 7 times. I'm trying to explain to them the procedures of what police officers do and what they shouldn't do, and they ain't hearing that. All they got in the back of their mind is 7 shots, and they overlooking everything I'm trying to tell them. The guy had a knife in the car. No one wants to let you, law enforcement, like I am. You train like I am. Once you got a person out the car and you tell them they're under arrest, do you let them go back to their car, or do you stop them from going back to their car?
You stop it from going back to their car.
So that's what I was explaining to a lot of people, the reason why they was trying to stop him. They tased him, they wrestled with him, he broke loose. Tasers don't work on everybody. Sometimes people just got that muscle control, or they hopped on some type of drugs or whatever the fuck, but tasers don't always work. So they were trying to get him to keep him coming to the car. If you go into your car after you know the police just told you that you are under arrest, you got a warrant, I'm about to arrest you, and you break away and go to your car, only 2 things you about to do when you get to that car: fight or flight, correct?
Yeah.
So both those things, fight and flight, could place people in danger. You speed off, you can run people over trying to escape. You get in the car and pull out a weapon, you can injure people. So either way, you walking away from me after I tell you under arrest, you got a warrant, I got to arrest you, and we fight. And we wrestle on the ground, I'm tasering you, you fighting me, and then you try to make it to the car. I'm not going to let you get in that car. Because there's no telling what you got in the car. You can have a machine gun on that motherfucker. I let you get to the car. If I listen to all these SJWs, well, he would just go in the car. What was he doing? If I listen to them, cops would be dead. Because I can show you many videos, many videos of cops letting people go back to their car and end up getting into a shooting. So with procedure, I'm explaining to them procedure. You don't let them go back to the car because the dangers, and I'm trying to explain to them the dangers, and they don't want to hear that. He still had a right to shoot him 7 times, but you don't understand what I'm saying. If the guy would have surrendered, it wouldn't have happened. He was told he was under arrest. Why he was under arrest? Why fight? It's either fight or flight. That's the next thing he's going to do. And the 7 shots, I don't understand why the 7 shots. I can't explain the 7 shots. That's ridiculous. But I understand why they shot him. But the 7 shots, I cannot understand. Can you explain to me? Can you explain to me the 7 shots? Can you explain that to me?
I mean, honestly, the 7 shots, that was a bit over extreme. But I think with a lot of, here's my problem with the whole scenario. I mean, just being all honesty, there's fault on both sides. Mm-hmm. Okay, my thing is, like, remember, I've always said this before, and I say this to my dad every single time. You know, you have a 6-on-1 situation. A 6-on-1. It was like what 6 officers there on the scene for what the video was showing? Yeah,
but it was only 2. It was only 2.
So
it was only 2 physically with him. It was only 2.
Right, but it was 3. But I saw, if you look at the video, it's 3 other officers that's off to the side that you can see with their guns out. Mm-hmm. But my whole thing is this. Okay, let's just say even if it was 5. Okay, because I was counting the 2. So you got the 2 following them. then the other 3 should have got to the other side of the car and cut him off.
They probably didn't know what he was about to do, because I didn't know for a minute. I didn't know until he got around the car. Again, that's when I knew then.
But the thing about it is that's the whole thing, though. That's the whole thing now, Sax. In all honesty, I mean, the breed of
poor training, right? Poor training.
The breed of cops we're getting now, getting into these departments now, they're really scaredy cats, man. They're scaredy cats.
You and I talked about this a long time ago. I agree with you. It's the breed. It has changed. They're not on my level. They're not on your level.
They're not.
They're not. And you and I agreed on this a long time ago. You know, they're just getting guys straight from Afghanistan that's probably still shell-shocked from all the goddamn shooting and bombing that was going on over there, and put them in uniform, and now the moment they see any type of escalation, they freak the fuck out.
Right, exactly. and see, here's my thing. When that dude, see, that's the other thing. When the guy grabs his shirt, his partner should have jumped in, or better yet, his partner should have pushed the door on the guy.
Yep.
He could have pushed the door on the guy.
Yep.
And see, and this is what I mean when I was telling you last time that these cops nowadays, they don't take the time to assess their situation.
Right.
They go from 0 to 40 just like that.
Immediately. Yes, they do.
And honestly, and that's what a lot of, and I'm not making excuses for the black folks, but that's what a lot of the black folks are looking at now. It's like enough is enough. I mean, just like you're saying, like you were saying earlier, well, how come we don't come out for the black on black stuff? And I agree with you totally, because me and my wife, we argue about that all the time. But at the same time, I think it's one that's where people are afraid of, the black folks are tired of the fact is that we get treated differently when we get pulled over by white officers, and we do. I mean, I see the video where this white female cop was in the parking lot with this big white dude, and she was saying, sir, stop approaching me, stop rushing me, stop. And he's like, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
What you gonna do? And he just cussed at her, and she just kept the gun on. She would not shoot him. And in all honesty, if that was a black man, he probably would have been shot.
Probably.
As soon as he rushed him.
They don't fear each other. See, they don't fear. They don't fear each other like they fear us. It's a difference.
Exactly. And that's the point that I think everybody was trying to get you to understand.
Trust me, I understand it. I'm in the field. You in the field, I'm in the field. I get it. All I'm saying is this. If you don't want to end up on the ground with a bullet in your back or on your forehead, comply. That simple.
But they're saying is when you do comply, it's still the same.
That don't always happen. No, Mo. Comply. Black. It's not. The numbers are not the same. Black people that got shot complying is way lower than those that got killed fighting.
True.
Fight and flight.
True.
Fighting, beating up the police, taking their tasers and all that kind of shit. It's more of that going on than people giving up. Even more so this year. I ain't seen hardly no black. Each video we saw of a black man getting killed has been him fighting. I have not seen one yet where he had his hands up, say, "Okay, I give up." You know, get on the ground and comply and shot.
No. There is a video, and you might be able to find it on YouTube.
Okay.
It was a dealer. It was out in California somewhere. It was a black guy with his wife, and it showed the video. The guy had his hands up. He put his hands behind his head and said, "Hey, I'm not resisting." He put his hands behind his head. A white officer came up behind him and said, "Knee strike," and struck the dude to the ground. And the dude was giving up. He wasn't fighting. He wasn't doing nothing. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm giving up. I put my hands behind my head. I'm not doing nothing." And the two officers was approaching him from the front, but the officer from the back said, "Knee strike," and knocked him down. They're like, "Hey, man, what you doing? He giving up. He ain't even fighting."
Oh, wait a minute. I think I seen that.
Knocking him down.
Yeah, I think I seen that. Now, okay, that's one case, right?
I mean, that's one of many probably out there. But it's just, I'm just saying, man. It's just that's the whole thing. But it's just like it's like you don't treat. I mean, I've been in situations like that where you sit there, the white officer might approach me. I mean, I've been pulled over before where the white officer I look at the mirror, dude up here unstrapping his gun already.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, seriously, dude? I got my window down. I got my hands on the steering wheel. I ain't making no moves, man. And you got you up here unstrapping your gun. Where I get pulled over by a black officer. You know, I got pulled over by a black state trooper, man. And dude asked me, hey, you got your gun on you? Yeah, I was like, I'm going to work. Okay, well, hand me your gun. And I hand him the gun. He unloads it, takes the round out and everything, and turns around, takes the gun with him, and comes back, gives me back my gun after he didn't, of course, wrote me my ticket.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? That's the thing, man. See,
state troopers gonna write you. State troopers are serious assholes. They gonna write you. They don't believe in. I'm serious. They don't believe in camaraderie when it comes to the badge. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
They some serious assholes.
State troopers don't. They write everybody.
They write everybody. They don't give a fuck. They write everybody. So you know it was bound to happen. It was gonna happen. Ain't no way in fuck. I don't care how nice this nigga is. He gonna still write you a ticket, son of a bitch.
Right. Right. And yeah, you right about that.
It's true, man. You know, they something else, man. I've been racially profiled twice. And both times, you see me still sitting here alive today. That was years ago. No bullets in me, no hurt, no nothing. They was nice because I did the things that I tell everybody. When I see him get behind me, I know he's by himself. Usually when they by themselves, they are nervous. They're more nervous than when they got a partner. So when they get behind me, he pulled me over. Immediately I stopped, put the car in park, rolled down all four of my windows. I turned the interior lights on so he could see inside. I had my wallet in my hand with my hands on the steering wheel. Car was turned off. When he walked up to the car, both situations, I say, officer, did I do everything correctly? Did I take away any type of suspicion, any type of fear, any type of anxiety? And he giggled. He said, yeah, man. He said, I wish all my stuff was this good. I said, man, because I understand, dude. I understand what y'all go through. I said, just like that. He said, man, you okay, man. He said, I was just looking at your front. I didn't know if you had a front bumper because I had damage in my front of my car. And he thought my bumper was off. He said, but I see you got a bumper. Okay, man, have a good day, man. And he walked away. I didn't say to him, fuck you. I didn't leave all the windows rolled up because all my windows were tinted. So you walking up on a car with the windows tinted, you don't know who's in it. You know? So now you're going to be nervous.
Right.
But I took away all that fear, rolled the windows down, interior light on, you can see inside, hands on the steering wheel, you know my hands is where they are. He was cool. I took away all fear. Both times. And it was late at night and I was way out in the white neighborhood. Yep. Right. I didn't get mad. I didn't cuss at him. Why the fuck you stopped me? You stopped me because I didn't do that. I drove off without a ticket and went on home. Good to go.
And you know, and honestly, some of that stuff do work in some situations. Because I've been down that road too. Because I remember, I was in the same boat you were there. I think it was like, the late 90s. I had just bought this car.
Uh-huh.
I just had first bought. It was like a 2-door '79 Grand Prix.
Uh-huh.
And you know, and I'm going down the street. I'm on my way home from work, and I was working at the Y3 in Cleveland Heights.
Uh-huh.
And I was on my way home coming down Lee, and then Cleveland Heights. It was the Cleveland Heights PD. Dude turned around, did a U-turn, and pulled me over. I'm like, hey, what's going on? He's like, oh, man, you don't have your lights on. I'm like, it's not dark. He's like, yeah, but it's dawn, so technically you're supposed to have it on. Or dusk or whatever.
Yeah, dusk. Yeah, dusk. I was about to say.
Like, serious? I'm like, wow. I'm like 22, 21, 22.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, damn, okay. I just say, okay. Then he looks in the back seat. No, he goes, hey, let me see your license. Let me see your registration. I said, okay, look, man, look. My glove of carbon don't work, so it's under my seat. So I got to reach under my seat to get it.
Right.
And then as soon as I reach under the seat, dude was like, hey, what you doing? What you reaching for? Get out the car. What you doing? He got strapped his gun and pointed his gun at me. I'm like, dude, what the hell? I was like, man, I just told you was under the seat.
Right.
Like, and then he turns around and he's like, I need you to step out the car. I was like, all right, man, no problem. He looks and the funny part was he looks in the back of the seat and he sees a hose and a sandwich bag in the back of my car.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just got finished working on my car because I had just finished putting a new part in there, and I had to use a hose to put it on there.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, well, what's the hose for? It's like, man, I just finished. I worked on my car earlier. You can open the bag and smell it. Mm-hmm. And first he started smiling like, yeah, I got him. But then when he opened it up, smelled it, he was like, you can see the look on his face, like, damn. but on top of that, that part what tripped me out, man, was like 4 other cars showed up, man.
Wow.
And then the brother, he turned around, one of the black dudes, he pulled me off to the side. He's like, hey, look, I was like, man, he pointed the gun at me, man. I was like, what the hell? He said, hey, well, he said you was reaching under the seat. I was like, yeah, but I told him 3 times I'm reaching under the seat to get my registration.
Right.
He said, yeah, well, you know, man, you got to be careful with that stuff because, that's what people say. The next thing you know, they got a gun. I get it.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but, you wasn't going to do it, but that's true, But, okay, but but you end up getting the ticket, right?
No, I didn't get a ticket. He let me go.
He let you go. Okay, good. But you went to a lightweight harassment, pretty much, but they let you go.
I mean, yeah, you could say that because like I said, being young. I mean, when I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. Like I said, the guy, I was pissed about that. I'm like, dude, you had to pull a gun on me, man.
Yeah, I get it.
I told him what I was doing.
Right, I get it because the 2 times I got stopped, I was like, I'm in the business. I know how it works. I'm out here in the white neighborhood. I'm a black man by myself riding out here. They're going to stop me. I ain't going to get mad. I ain't going to trip. I'm going to stick to my procedure, do what I do. Second time I did it, right. Same thing. I was coming from dinner, way on Minner. Was coming down Lakeshore. I took Lakeshore all the way home. Guy saw me come past, got in behind me. Did the same thing. Rolled the windows down, cut the car off, turned the interior light on, driver license. I was good to go. He was like, all right, you good, man. Yeah. I was just checking. That's all right. I ain't even asking, why the fuck you stopped me then? I didn't go all that. Because if he said, you cool, go, why do I want to continue to engage him in conversation? All right, start the car, right. Get the fuck out of there. Go home. You got to learn how to...
I'm getting the hell out of there.
You got to go. But
I'm getting the hell out of there.
You going. But some of these SJWs and these niggas that think that you're supposed to buck the police, argue with the police. I need to know. I pay your salary. I want to know. You got to learn how to pick your fights. Pick your battles properly.
Right.
All right.
But that goes back to, like I was telling you before, like when everybody keeps saying that police, when everybody keeps, like I was telling you, like you got, some of these police commissioners, superintendents, chiefs, well, the police don't need retraining. It's not so much you need retraining. It's the fact is you have to learn. You do have, because the way it's changing, like you just said, these guys are bucking back at the cops.
Yeah, bucking back. Yeah.
You have to be, and you have to know how to
de-escalate. You gotta learn how to de-escalate, and de-escalate.
Right, you have to know how to. You have to, and again. Hey, let them cuss, let them go, let them get pissed off. If they want to, hey, why was I pulled over? Tell them why you was pulled over.
That's it.
End of story.
Yep.
That's all you got to do.
That's it. Now, I understand procedure. I understand procedure. You don't tell them, if you know for a fact they got a warrant out or they wanted or something like that, you don't tell them while they still being seated in the car because they can run off. Right. You say, well, step by the car, step to the back of your car, let me talk to you. You want to get them away from that steering wheel. You want to get them away in an area to where when you do tell them, if you try to run, you got time to get it before you get behind the wheel of that car. So procedures like that work. A lot of civilians don't understand that procedure. It's a procedure that's safety for the officer and other pedestrians on the street. Because you got to think about it. If you sit behind the seat, I'm talking to you out your driving window, your car running, and I say, well, I'll stop you because you got a warrant for your arrest. That nigga gone. Now we got a high-speed chase. We got people at risk. No, you say, well, sir, I'll explain it to you when you get out of the car. No, I want to know now. Sir, I'll explain it to you when you get out of the car. Come talk to me. Come step over here to my car. Let's talk. You want to get them away from the situation. Civilians don't understand that and they get mad. They don't realize the cops have a procedure for a lot of reasons. These procedures are for safety. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you until I get you. I pat you down.
And that's why when cops pull them over. That's why when cops pull them over now. And some cops do that because I know I've seen some cops they pull you over to tell you to turn the car off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Put the keys on the
keys on the hood. Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Avoid that stuff.
Yep. Get out the car. Hey, first let me pat you down. Make sure you got no weapons while I'm standing here talking to you. Okay, pat you down. Now I know I ain't got no weapons. And while I'm behind you patting you down, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have to place here. Give me your hands, and I'm gonna cuff you. And when I get the cuffs on you, he going, why? Let me explain to you. I'll explain to you. Let me cuff you. Once I got the cuffs on you, now I'm gonna say, dude, you got a warrant out for your arrest out of so-and-so for so-and-so. I'm sorry, man. I gotta place you under arrest. That's the proper way of doing it to prevent a fight or flight or any danger to the public. That's the proper way of doing it. Civilians don't understand that. They get mad and want to argue. Why did he do it that way? Because, dumb fuck, it's for safety. It's for fucking safety. If we don't train that way, it'd be a lot more people ran over. Them fools trying to escape. So there's procedures you follow. That's why we do what we do. Civilians understand it. They want to argue and fight. Well, when you argue and fight, now it's time to put you on your back.
Well, the problem is though, man, you got a lot of, unfortunately, you got a lot of cops out there who messes it up for the rest of them.
Yeah, they do.
And that's why people act the way they act.
Yeah.
You got too many of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you got too many of them nowadays. Now, just, like I said, this is one of the best things I've ever heard when I went through the academy. One of the instructors said, there's a difference if you want to be a cop, and there's a difference between you just waking up one morning and say, "Oh,
hell no, hell no." If I can go back 34 years,
yeah, and those are the ones you get it. Those are the ones you get it. The ones who wake up and say, "Oh, I want to be a police officer. I want a career now. I want to be a police officer."
Yeah, and
they don't know how to use common sense and think outside the box.
Right.
Because my thing is, like I said, man, I've carried a gun for almost 30 years, man. I probably had to pull my gun out maybe 6, 7 times, maybe.
Same with me. Same thing. 34 years. Thank God I didn't have to kill nobody. Nobody killed me. Thank God.
Yeah. And the thing is, nobody. And see, this is what everybody don't forget. Everybody keeps forgetting about the good old fashioned, the verbal judo method.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let that person fit. Let them fit. What the fuck you mess with people? Blah 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 blah. See, a lot of these cops now, as you can tell, it's always like the younger cops.
Yep.
They let these people pull them in, and then they get themselves in trouble.
Yep.
Let them talk. Let them cuss you out. Let them dog you.
Yep.
I mean, you got it on camera. That's what you got the body camera.
That's what it's for. Exactly.
The thing is, when you go in front of the judge and you see, and the brother and the person goes before the judge and say, "Hey, look, judge, I was just trying to find out why was I being arrested. I was talking to him all respectfully, and he would not talk to me, tell me anything. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's play the video. You a piece of shit. Fuck you. Why the fuck you pulling me over? What the fuck is your fuck you? You just don't like me because I'm mother." And now you look at the cop and the judge looking at you. You like, oh man, you done fucked your case now.
Dude, I seen a video like that. I'm a fan of that video on YouTube. This female got pulled over by this white cop, and this white cop was so nice to that lady. He was so nice to that lady. He was accommodating to everything. He's polite to that lady. He wrote her a ticket, but he was really polite by it. And then he said, "Have a good day," and he got his car and left. She went to his station and filed a complaint saying that he cussed her out, called her names, was belligerent, nasty to her, and everything. Had he not had that camera, that video camera, the dash camera, and his body cam, he would have got in trouble because the way she went. And then after she went to his station and complained, she went Facebook Live crying, saying how he was mean.
I remember that.
Did you see that?
And then they played the video. They played the video.
That man was so nice to her. He was very professional to that lady. But she made it out to be a racial thing. See, that's what cops are mad about. They're mad about that shit. Because people can do that. They can come up with shit and make a complaint. If we ain't got no way to back us up, we fuck. Because they going to believe it. Nowadays, they going to believe the complainant. Because with all the shit that's going on with the cops, they going to believe the complainant now. If you ain't got no way to back it up, you're done.
And the other thing, too, is people have to understand, too, and I mean, maybe this is something you need to, I know you probably tried talking to people, but maybe you should just make people understand. Maybe this is something you might have to let people know too. That the fact is that you get people who hack into social media and post stuff that happened about 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah, and they put up,
and make it look like it happened yesterday.
That's why I always put on there, when I see it, I go on there and talk about that's an old fucking video. And I put the time that the AK came up. I do it all the time. Motherfuckers hate it when I see it. When I see it, I know it's an old video, I type on there, nigga, that's an old video. Don't even try it. I do it all the time. You know, because I pay attention. I know this shit. And I be like, y'all, man, y'all full of crap. That's an old damn video. Don't try to pass that shit off there. It just happened. It's an old fucking video. And I do it all the time. I type right in there and put a comment in there. You know, they be like, oh, they don't want to respond to that. No, you don't, because you know I know it's an old fucking video. I'll pull that bitch up on you.